Okay, this is the first of my bike rescue bikes that's ready. I've fixed it up a little bit, I've used it, and it's basically ready to move on to somebody else that can use it. It's a specialized HardRock from the early 2000s, and when I bought it, it was actually in quite reasonably good shape. The previous owner had had it for a while, put it aside and not used it, but had started to fix it up again to use it again, but then ended up getting an electric gravel bike instead. So he's put new tires on it, and there was some mud guards and some other stuff on it as well. But it needed some tender loving care. It needed a lot of lubrication, adjustment. The front wheel bearings were completely dry and needed adjusting. Brake and gear cables were in really bad shape. They'd started to corrode inside, and they were basically starting to fray even on the outside. They were also white, which didn't really look all that great, in my opinion anyway. Apart from that, I haven't really had to invest a lot in this. It's got the Ora gears, reasonably good setup. It just needed adjusting and cleaning. The brakes were okay, again, just adjusting and cleaning. Good tires with some adjustment on the rear bearings, and as I said, repacking the front bearings. I changed the saddle. The saddle had a little bit of a damage in it, and I've also changed the handlebars. As it is at the moment, it is adjusted for comfortable around the city sort of commuting type stuff. You sit quite comfortably. I really like the more swept back position that these handlebars give compared to, say, a more straight mountain bike handlebar. The way it's set up at the moment, it's a really, really cheap, effective commuting bike. But I also want to do something with every bike I rescue. And this one, I went on a 4-day, 3-night bike packing, bike touring trip on Gotland. I had to add a rear rack, and then I had to hang a lot of my bags and everything on it. But a 4-day trip, reasonably easy bike touring, bike packing trip, but it handled it absolutely brilliantly. And for what this cost me to get and to fix up, it's actually less than the depreciation value of a more expensive bike being used on the same sort of trip. So it's actually quite good value. This is now ready to be moved on. Hopefully I'll put it up for sale, and hopefully someone that's going to use it will get in touch and start using it for something rather than just keeping it in the garage. I will be selling it like it is, but I will throw in some more mountain bike orientated tires and a straight mountain bike handlebar if that's what they want to use it for instead of as a commuting bike. I'll also throw in the mud guards that came on it. So for someone that wants either a commuting bike or a cheap mountain bike, and it's a decent size, it's a 21-inch frame, so it's quite a large frame, which can be quite hard to find a larger frame in the early mountain bike. This would be a great little buy. As it is, I hope it really comes to use and someone gets a lot of really, really good use from it. There are more bike rescues on the go, and I have a couple of one-day trips in Stockholm planned for some of them, so stay tuned, much more to come.